Welcome back to another episode of this interesting podcast, the show where you explore the people, ideas, and leadership driving the future of work. Today, I'm very excited to be joined by Asrar Mohideen, a seasoned HR and talent leader with a strong focus on strategic human resources, talent acquisition, and organizational effectiveness. Lot to learn from him. Today's conversation will take us through his journey in HR leadership, practical insights on talent and culture, and how HR can be a true strategic partner to business success. Welcome to the show, Azrar. It's so good and so pleasant to have you here.
Hey, thank you so much, Puneet, for having me, and pleasure is all mine.
Azrar, I see so many beautiful big companies that you have worked for. I would really love to know about your experience, and my will be, they'll go bonkers when they hear it. So I would really ask you to start from there.
I've been in this industry close to 2 decades now. I started off my career from recruitment and HR from a startup company. And it was at that time it was SAP. So I was taking care of recruitment as well as HR. And being the first point of contact, I was first employee in terms of HR team, and it was really a great experience for me in terms of setting up the talent acquisition space and also the HR administration policies procedure. And then I moved to consulting. That's where
Wow.
you tend to learn a lot of things because
Yeah.
you'll work with a lot of different clients, and that's how you place a lot of candidates. That's a very short description about me. And also I'm a Hogan certified professional. It's a
Wow.
psychometric assessment, so that also helped me in bringing up process. So it's all very humbling experience, and I think I'm really happy that I've come this far.
I think, you're being humble, but let me tell you, it's a very illustrative journey that you have. And, I think it is going to be quite inspiring for our viewers as well. Azrar, you have seen both the sides of the world while you were working with this company. So it's like before Corona and after the disaster. What do you think has changed in the past few years, especially in the HR fraternity?
See, before COVID, the way we used to work was different, right? People used to tend to think that we need to go to office, we need to sit and we need to work 9 to 6 hours or whatever might be the time given to them, and they need to be in office in case if they are not going to work from office, they need to take off another thing. But COVID came, the entire the working style has changed, right? The total dimension of like what people thought how work has to happen has completely changed, because sitting here in India you can work for a US company because that work from home culture started coming in. COVID was a real eye opener because the
Yeah.
way it has shifted, a lot of companies started realizing that even we can get a lot of works done by making employees sit at home. The cost was going down because the companies need not to pay for the rent and all those things, where they were giving some freebies to goodies to the employees. But there were challenges, to be very honest, because there used to be some internet connectivity issue during the meetings, and some of them were not very productive because they were busy with their household work and other thing. But having said that, I think it was really working really good. HRs actually felt the heat because they were not able to motivate the employees engage how they used to do it, right? So, for example, say if they used to conduct any competition events, Fun Friday activity, they will not able to do it on a video call. It's going to be even more challenging. I think anyone can even dream to work for a US company sitting here, not necessarily that you need to have an H1B or a B1 visa.
I agree. I think the innovation within the HR fraternity actually came out during COVID period, and that also brings me to a leading question: what changes do you foresee in the recruitment arena per se?
In terms of recruitment, Puneet, I
Hmm.
think quite a lot of recruiters, what they do was more of a transactional kind of role, more of a postman kind of role. They get the JD, they put the keywords, they say, okay, this is the CV, and they just pass it on to the hiring managers. And based upon the interview, how the candidate performs, and then we go ahead and we offer. But gone are those days, because quite a lot of people have an opportunity to take a lot of interviews because they're working from home. If they're going to come to office, they will not get permission frequently to go and attend multiple interviews. So that was the biggest thing which was happening. The salary was also changing. Quite a lot of you take about a scrum master or any delivery head or any role for that matter, especially in technology space. The salary expectation was very high,
I
and
agree. I agree.
there are companies who are giving even 100% hike because they wanted people desperately. Talking about talent acquisition now, if you talk about how it is working, is we have luckily we have AI, because there are so many CVs. If you just post one job, Puneet, today, you will receive 400 applicants, 500 applicants, and you won't believe some of them won't even see the job description, and they just go ahead and apply for the job. When you screen it, it will be completely a mismatch. I think that's where AI plays a major role, and they're helping a lot of recruiters. But again, a lot of people ask me whether AI is going to replace. Post COVID, people are scared of word AI, because the buzzword right now is AI. So
Yeah.
everyone is talking AI is going to replace another thing. I would definitely say it's going to help people in terms of their productivity, and it's going to do a lot of screening, health support, and other thing which manually the recruiter was doing it. And now I think the talent acquisition professionals has to be smart enough to know how to use the technology, and they need to embrace that. And if they're able to do it, it's much more easier. And in case if they can screen, they put the 5 CVs, put the job description, and ask the do a deep search and say which are the top 3 CVs we can go ahead with, and probably AI is there to do the job for you. And I think that's how you can utilize it. Let AI do the heavy lifting, so that the recruiter can do the human lifting.
I would like to further probe onto this aspect. How are organizations effectively balancing AI efficiency and the essential human element?
The emotional quotient is very, very important. The human factor plays a major role, because they will able to take decision emotionally, the human touch. If AI is going to replace the recruiters tomorrow, I don't think quite a lot of companies will be successful. You know why? Quite a lot of people will be ghosting. So that human touch, that relationship, because whenever I talk to a candidate, I talk about my own success story in Foodhub. That's how I connect with them. Because once they join, they come back to me and say that, hey, what you told, the story what you told, and what's happening is completely different. Since I'm very transparent and I'm sharing my own story, I'm able to connect with people. And our joiner ratio, offer to joiner ratio is somewhere close to 84%.
Wow.
AI can be used as a tool, but over the period, HR and talent acquisition need human touch at some point in time.
One of my mentors, Mr. Aishwarya Jain, used to say this. You know what AI is? I said, AI is artificial intelligence. He said, no. AI is artificial intelligence plus intuitive intelligence that is equal to absolute intelligence. And I think you've touched that in a very different way. So, one of the biggest challenges that we face, Azrar, is resumes are getting inflated. So,
True.
are they actually giving the complete picture right now, or what kind of a safeguard we need to do genuine assessments?
The funny part right now is technology. At times, I feel like it's a boon, at the same time it's bane, because quite a lot of people, what they do is they put the job description, they
Yeah.
give the CV and say that prepare a CV based on this job description, right? So you cannot 100% rely on AI. So the talent acquisition is moving towards talent acquisition partners. We need to understand the business as well. What is required, what kind of talent is required. If someone want to be successful in talent acquisition space, gone are those days where you just been trying to be reactive. If you want to be successful in talent acquisition space, you need to learn the business. You need to know what kind of technology your company is serving, what kind of business you're doing, and what kind of technology you might require in the future. That's the kind of knowledge the talent acquisition professional should need to survive in this organization. Otherwise, they will be outsmarted by people who will already use AI and also have this knowledge. So that plays a significant role, is what I feel, Puneet.
Wonderful, wonderful. I fully resonate with your feeling, but I would like to ask a few rapid fire questions with you. One AI tool HR teams should adopt today.
To start off with, let's not complicate with too many tools available in the market. Let's start off with chat gpt. First, let them understand what the tool is all about. For example, if you want to learn how to drive, not necessarily you have to start learning from Mercedes Benz. You can start off with a Maruti 800. Then you can go upgrade yourself. So start off with chat gpt, and then slowly you move on to different things, and that I think that would make sense.
One hiring task you wish AI could do fully.
I would say end to end, if it could do, it would be great, but I don't think it would be possible. But one thing, if you ask me, I would say in terms of screening,
What's the most dangerous aspect that you see? Biased AI or biased humans?
I would say AI is not biased, but human, there might be some chances, but we need to constantly train.
A hiring task AI should never do.
I would say, especially the salary negotiation part.
Wow.
I don't want AI to do that because it won't even able to assess and empathize with the candidate what exactly he's trying to say, because they will be given a number budget and probably it will go and speak to that, and probably they might end up losing a good candidate for few or thousands or maybe lakhs.
One last question. One thing AI still does terribly.
If you ask a CV and start asking too many questions, and AI start doubting itself. You try doing it and you will see that they'll say that this candidate has got this, and then it will come back and say, I'm not too sure, you need to probe on these questions. Then why I need to have AI, right?
I agree. So another aspect, that most of our viewers want to know is, we are dealing with the new generation. Do you feel Gen Z is too demanding or rightly assertive when it comes to technology?
See, Gen Z itself is they are into different zone right now. So there are five generation working together in the same time. So that itself is becoming a more challenge, and especially Gen Z coming with a lot of technology, digital, and everything in a click of a button. So their expectation is very thing. I would say both demanding as well as assertive, but they expect, they want it to be very transparent. They're okay with AI and everything to be screened, but they want the answers to them, like they don't want to be ghosted. What happened in the past, normally when someone is applying for a role and we don't respond to them, they will imply that okay, they are not selected. But this generation Gen Z, they expect a mail or some kind of communication going to them saying that yes, I'm not selected for so and so reason. They're very assertive and they want to know and where they're going wrong. They want to learn, they want to correct themselves.
Okay, that brings me to another question. One HR practice that you feel is going to be completely gone or eliminated by 2030?
The way we are going forward is we need more emotional and people touch,
I
because
agree.
everything is getting automated right now. You are
Yeah.
getting automated call from a bank saying that would you like to take a loan. That's the kind of technology has gone ahead and replaced humans. One function, if you're talking about, I would say L&D, because you might have internal thing where they can be trained another thing.
I
So
agree. So that's fun arena. Wonderful. What
yeah.
is your biggest advice to CHROs today, or professionals like us? So what should they do? What should they learn? And how do they, prioritize which tool to use?
We have a clear strategy. It's not about technology because we are talking about people, right? So you need to have proper strategy in place, and technology like strategic priority areas, especially in talent acquisition space. You need to talk about how we can reduce time to hire, how to improve the talent quality, and how we can personalize development, and even you can go to some extent to help workflows planning as well.
Yeah.
But establish a success metrics. You need to have a success metrics and invest in AI across HR function. Most of the time, when something is being introduced, they are not properly trained. The some of the HR partners. So you need to have a data and interpretation for that. That's very important. And tool mechanism and limitations and all those things plays a major role. So prioritize data quality and integration. All outputs, are only as good as the data behind them. The data what you're getting plays a major role is what I would see. And build a strong governance, that's very important, and also ethical oversight is very very important. In HR, I would always
Yeah.
say one thing is like communicate transparently. Tell them transparently saying that this is what AI can do, this is what we can do, and how decisions are supported by AI. What are the decisions AI can support, what are the decisions human can support.
Yes.
And also in terms of how employees can give feedback or opt out, the transparency actually build trust and reduces
Yes.
pushback. And also I
That's
would
great.
request all my HR fraternity to say that preserve the human experience. Over automation sometimes may make the process feel impersonal. A lot of companies coming, a lot of automation stuff, and they say that we have onboarding AI, that on the AI agent will speak to them. I don't think it's actually good for HR. So you need to have a personalized thing, and obviously you need to continuously learn and adopt as well.
One last question. We started off with, what changes did you see before and after Corona? Now, I would say my last question would be, what changes do you perceive are going to happen in the next few years or few months, with AI being there and so many changes happening?
See, nothing is going to happen. The only thing is like how you could use the tool is what matters a lot. We need to be very honest, and especially for talent acquisition professional, it may not be considered as a tool anymore. It will be used as a co-pilot. So that's how you need to embrace, and you need to see how it's going to evolve. And make use of AI to the maximum. Take baby steps in terms of AI, because quite a lot of people are right now testing waters. But when it comes to talent acquisition and HR, it's not going to replace. But yes, some of the manual work HRs can be replaced by AI, and the seniors will have a lot of opportunity to spend more time in terms of decision making, because they have more time right now in terms of getting the right candidate for the team.
Thank you so much for this inspiring discussion. Your perspective on building purpose-led workplace provided a tons of value to leaders, our aspiring HR professionals alike. Thank you, Azrar.
Thank you so much, Puneet. I really liked the interaction, and I really thank you for asking me all the questions. And I'm looking for many more conversation in the future.
For sure.
And I wish all your viewers
For
all the
sure.
very best, and hope they would learn something from this interaction what we had.
Sure. Thank you. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who cares about people and organizational growth. Thank you. Thanks for joining in. God bless. And until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and keep evaluating your impact. God bless. Bye bye.